I did not want to make Pursuit of Happiness.
That movie's so good.
Yeah,
Really? Tell us the story.
I did not.
So, how did he convince you?
So I looked at it, and it was like, it was a really, really great story, right? But I was like, who wants to go to the movies to see a dude get a job in the 80s? Right? And it was like,
Yeah. When you put it that way, it's different.
yeah, I know, right? And it was like that the movie's about a guy who gets a job.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Compared to like Men in Black or
Compared to
something.
Men in Black,
man.
right? Yeah, Men in Black, I Am Legend.
Yeah.
So, and I saw it. And it was a really great story. But JL has exquisite taste. He said, "I promise you." And he was like, and I read it and I loved it. I just didn't think it had box office viability, and it ended up making 300 million.
It's a classic.
Yeah, and a classic. Yeah.
How did it work with your boy, with Jaden? being in
Oh
it?
man, that was like, he. So we were looking for a kid, right? So Gabriele Muccino was the director. So we were reading kids, and Gabriele is an Italian artist, and he's just, if it's not exactly how he wants, he cannot survive, And he's one of those super passionate, and he was trying to find, he just couldn't find the right chemistry. We literally read 40 kids. And, so I'm laying in the bed. Jaden was laying in the bed one night, and I'm looking at the screenplay, and he's 5. And he says, "I can do that, Daddy." And I was like, "You can do what?" He said, "Duh, play your son."
That's crazy, bro.
Sick, though.
And I was like, you think you could, why do you think you could do that? "I'm your son every day, Daddy." And I was like, okay. I said, "Do you want to read?" And he said, "Yes." And I put him with Gabriele, and he read, and Gabriele teared up, and he was like, "It has to be Jaden." But the studio felt like it was going to look like, I was just putting my son in a movie, and they were like, "Please don't, that's going to kill it."
Yeah.
So he did about 4 or 5 reads, and we kept reading more kids, and he was just the best. He was just the best for it, and then ultimately the studio agreed.
That's sick. Had he done any acting prior to
Nothing.
that? So that was his first.
That was his first
of
thing.
any kind?
Of any kind, yeah.
No commercials.
Nothing. Just playing
That's sick.
around at the house.
That's dope.
Did it get competitive on set? Because he was good in that.
Yeah, he did. No, let me tell you, it's funny though, because it was like, so we're in the scene one time, and it's like kids are just so perfect, they're pure. So we're in the scene, and I'm trying to do my best acting, and it was there was a scene where he's laying in the we're in the shelter, and I'm doing my acting, and in the middle of it, my nose starts to run. And I was thinking, damn it, it's ruining the take. My nose is starting to run, so I'm doing it. And he just reaches up and wipes it. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's what the fuck you should do when you're acting. Just like play what's there. And he was like so wide open and so natural. It was a real lesson to watch a kid who doesn't know anything about it just live naturally in the moments.